It's composed of several companies. We have grown over the years. So we've bought several companies, and we have companies dedicated to architecture, energy, and of course, to stability and civil works. We are now about 190 people. Most of them are engineers, but also architects and technicians. We are active in most of the fields of the construction, so for civil works, also for buildings, architecture, energy, town planning, also buildings and road bridges, locks, bridges, tunnels, and special studies. I will show you some of the main projects that we have made in the last years. We have mainly projects in Europe, Belgium, France, Germany, and sometimes over the world, but not that much. One main project that has just been finished last year is a new lock in Lannay, in south of Liège, for the huge boat of 9,000. In buildings, we are building now a new hospital in Knock, so in north of Belgium, for 40,000 square meters. So that's a huge hospital. We have also just finished the studies of a new major bridge in Turkey, in Istanbul, a third suspended bridge over the Bosphorus, for which the main span is more than 400 meters. Also, we are active in designing some special buildings. Here is the Fondation Louis Vuitton in Paris for the famous architect Frank Gehry, for which we have made the design of all what you see here, these glass elements which are protecting the building. And maybe the famous one, the one which made us known maybe in the world, is the Millau Viaduct in France, already 10 years ago. And we have made all the design of the construction method and all the deck and the suspended pylons. Now I will go back to the subject. Why have we gone to Odoo? First, we had an existing management tool which was old and homemade. It had to have an evolution, but its architecture was not user-friendly at all. We were stuck. Here you can see some pictures of what it looks like. So that's really something that is old compared to what you know, probably. So we decided to ask companies to propose us new softwares and also to make for us the implementation of this software. The scope was that we wanted, our business is based on projects, so we wanted first that the software was based on the project definitions. It had to handle the purchase orders, of course, or the billing plan, but of course also the manpower prediction for the studies of all these projects and the time registration in accordance. And as you've seen on our old software, we had also high expectation on ergonomy. During the first investigation, two main products split it out, Archix and Odoo, and we went for Odoo in collaboration of Logicasoft. The main advantages that we see in Odoo is it is an open source software. Its flexibility. During our discussion with Logicasoft, we've discovered that it was really flexible, that there is a huge community that can provide a lot of solutions. So there is a wide range of the possibilities. And of course, after that we have a powerful analysis possibilities of all the data. Here is how we developed Odoo with Logicasoft. So the methodology was that first we had several discussions to analyze our needs, and then we have already also several workshops for them to set the architecture. and to propose us a first mock-up. And based on this mock-up, we had again several workshops to modify all the layout and the functionalities that were proposed. The main thing probably is that it was really a fast-track schedule process, only 9 months. And we had the first go live in last July this year for the first step. So we are now using for a small people, for the first time we are using Odoo with the product that we have asked. Maybe more than words, I can show you a small video of what it looks like now. So that's the main modules that we have installed for our Odoo. So we have contacts, orders, employees, projects, and billing and accountants. So thanks to the product, we have a full knowledge of all the employees, all of these data. Maybe I can go faster. We have also, for the contact module, we can also directly find the main, let's say, the main contacts, and we can also sort all these contacts by sort. Here, for example, that's site works. But we can also find for our main contacts. Maybe I can show you. I can go faster. We have also, for the contact module, we can also directly clients find. We have directly access to their data, to all the orders that we have with them, and we can find all the billing and everything that is related to them, late or not late, paid not paid, etc., etc. Well, the main thing, as I said, is the project management. So when we are in the project module, here I will create a new module. That's a test, that's an example for a new workshop for a client. So on the first element, on the first page, we can enter all the data related to the project. So client, but also the people we are working on the project in our offices. So the project director, project manager. Our work is also separated in different work, let's say. We have the stabilities, but also the architecture. We have also the study of the energy. So in the field cells here, we can fill in which will be the team of the company that will work on the project. When we have done this, we can define a schedule for the project. I'll show you faster, maybe. Well, here we can define the schedule of the project. This will help us to organize the work in terms of manpower, but also in terms of billing plan. So when the schedule is completed, well, we can also add some data for referencement as the architect or a company that will build the project. Related to the project, the next step is to enter the order that we have with our client. So based on the data we will enter on the order, we will get all the prediction of manpower and also of billing. So again, that we have a first page where we have to enter all the data of the project, the number of the order, the client, and so and so. Main thing, of course, will be the amount of the order that we have. Here we can enter the amount related to the order. And in our contract, we are paid for several steps. Though we enter also the steps, only reading what we have in our contract. The steps is the part of the global amount of the contract, and also the deadline for it. sure I pass quicker. Okay. When we have made this, we have already introduced some data in terms of billing. Now we will introduce data in terms of manpower. As I said, we are divided in several cells. So here are the cells that will work on the project with the repartition of the amount of the contract dedicated to their work. Thanks to this, we directly have the manpower prediction in terms of the planning that we have introduced before. The goal was to introduce as less data as possible and to get in result as much prediction. We have also the possibility to introduce some subcontracting that will reduce the amount dedicated to our office, so also reduce the amount of manpower prediction. Well, when we have made this, I did it quicker, but really it takes 5 to 10 minutes. We have almost all of our prediction. We have already seen that we have our prediction for the manpower. Now we have only to click on this button, which is red now, which tells us that we have not yet made the prediction for the billing. And when we go and when we click on this button, directly all the prediction for the billing plan will be made. So here we have really a simple prediction because each step is made. The invoices are sent at the end of the time schedule, but we can really easily divide this if we want to have scheduled billing, scheduled invoicing. So that's a tool that has been developed by Logicasoft for us to easily make the prediction of the billing. So that's only a division, several kind of division, constant, not constant. In the future, in the past, if you know the deadline of your billing or the first date of your billing. So thanks to this, let's say for each project, if you have a normal project, in less than 15 minutes, you have made all your prediction, all is introduced in the software, and for the management, it's really easy to find and to follow what is the prediction in terms of manpower or in terms of billing. For all of our projects, when a project manager is looking at sorry, I went too fast. When a project manager is looking at his dashboard, he can see here what he can see. He can see all this project with the status of the project, the prediction and the status of the manpower, the prediction and the status of the billing. So it's really easy to follow how your projects are going on. That was our first development for such software, and we are really at, let's say, the first step. What we are happy for is that it was really a very fast implementation, and it's operational. All that what we have asked is integrated in the same software, all the items. So for the employees, contacts, billings, manpower prediction, and looking back to where we are coming, we have gained a lot of ergonomy, of course. And also, we have a tool which is really powerful for the analysis of all the data that we have. Also, looking back at how it was developed, let's say maybe maybe we were too ambitious. We wanted also to have more. Sometimes we went in a too wide process. And for the developer, for Logicasoft, they were really open-minded to follow us, but the scope was not clear enough. because we had a lot of idea, and we have tried to develop a lot of things, maybe to get back to focus on the main things for the first step. I put also the ergonomy in cons because I think that we can always make better. So that's good up to now, but I think that we can make better. And another difficulty for us is that it was really difficult to import all our data regarding to all the fields that we have in the new system. Now, I think that we are ready for the step 2, which will be certainly the reporting, and as I said previously, an improvement in the ergonomy. Thank you very much.
You may have some questions, so we're here to answer those questions. I'm Nicholas. I'm in charge of account management and the account manager of Rigour, Gold partner in Belgium. So if you have any questions, please.
How long did the project took to implement? How many months?
9 months.
Huh?
Only 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
And how many people were involved in this project?
At our office, let's say between 5 and 2 people, and for Logicasoft, I cannot answer.
2 questions. One about the specific development. Was there a lot of specific development, or did you try to stay on standard Odoo? And the second question.
The basis is always the standard modules, but in this case, there are some specific developments, mainly for the construction of a project and the billing plan. So because it's working, it's very fast, but it was quite tricky to put it in place because it's not standard, this part of it, but it's extremely powerful because it helps them very much for the prevision of the billings and the follow-up of the project.
So you stick to their way of working with Odoo. You adapt Odoo to their way of working.
No, it's because it's not the right way. So you always have to stick to the big Odoo modules and then to adapt these modules. But it's not a new module. So we stick to the module. We try to use as much as possible the classical flows, but with added features.
And the second question is about management of documents. Is it a strong need for your kind of business? And do you plan to do it with Odoo?
We have not yet seen what Odoo is able of. We have, as a document management, that we have also an own software regarding all the mails and all the data that are going in the companies. All this is saved specifically by this software. But what we have made with Odoo is all what is regarding the billing. And all the accountancy, not yet, but the billing and let's say the orders, all this will be documented and saved in the software. Yeah.
Yes, I would add that it was not in the initial scope of the project, but anyway, for me, up to now, the best connector is with Fresco. So it's working very fast, smooth, and connecting extremely well to our Fresco. I think there is also a presentation by another Belgian partner about that.
It can be made to work with the specific architect needs with AutoCAD and the other part.
As it is a connector, you store in our Fresco, but it is transparent, so you can even drag and drop in Odoo and preview in Odoo. So again, I think up to now it's the best connector available.
Any other question? No? Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.